city Dublin, the town I love so dear. But we're after winning 2 million quid, so we're off to Belvedere. Yes, it's goodbye to old J. Arthur, and it's bonjour to fine Chablis. I am leaving my heart at the Halfpenny Bridge, now it's Belvedere for me.
Oh, just the two of us. Do you know, I can't remember the last time we spent an evening together.
Just Tony Werney and his little Pammy Whammy.
I've been saving this. It's a special 86. Oh, let's not answer that. It's probably Toby showing off his latest pair of shorts.
I think we should.
Oh, very well. All right, I'm coming.
Who is it? Anthony, fetch the bags and pay that dreadful taxi man. Hello, darling. Mummy's come to visit.
Oh, what a surprise.
Just what I need.
Actually, Mummy, we were saving that for a special occasion.
Mummy visiting is a special occasion. Oh, my dear, I've had the most awful journey. You've no idea the kind of riffraff they allow travel on trains these days. It's all this free travel.
How long are you staying?
And there's more.
A granny flat? I don't think our ma's going to like the idea of that.
Well, the least we can do is offer. I'm not going to have people throwing it in my face that I left her high and dry in the mansions and here's us bleeding millionaires.
All our friends out there, she'd be like a fish out of water. Anyhow, Ed, I don't think it'd work for her and me.
She won't have to see her. The whole place will be self-contained.
Well, she's not exactly the invisible woman, is she? Did you see her at the disco last Saturday night? Luminous from head to toe. Well, she certainly wasn't acting like a granny with that young fella, was she?
Well, if that's your attitude, we forget the whole bleeding thing. I'll buy her a bleeding budgie.
Eddie, all right.
Great, settle then. Here, look. I didn't know whether to make it a 2-story flat or a 1-story flat. What do you think?
We're not building a Taj Mahal. You have to think of the neighbours, Eddie.
Why, they don't think about us. Well, maybe you're right. I suppose I can have a word with Toby, our resident architect. Then there'll be no objections, what?
Toby builds office blocks.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to have me man some kind of a dingy little cubby hole.
I don't think this is his sort of thing. But you could talk to Pam about it.
Well, what does she know about it?
Nothing. But you could put a good word in with Tobes. You know how thick they are together.
Oh, thick is right, yeah. Now, maybe you're right. You know, Molly, you can be very devious sometimes.
What?
Anthony, get Mother another drink.
I'll have to open another bottle.
And I'll rustle up something to eat. You must be hungry.
Oh, now, don't go to any trouble. A little tossed salad will do fine. Well, maybe some soup, if it's homemade. And perhaps if there's any pesto. Haven't you gone yet? I'll get it!
Eddie, meet my mother, Mrs. Plunkett. This is Eddie, our next-door neighbour.
Delighted to meet you, Mrs. Plunkett.
What do you do?
Nothing. I'm a millionaire.
The Kyo's, Mummy. I mentioned them in one of my letters.
Oh, yes, the lotto people.
Ah, I see you've met Pamela's mother.
Yeah. And, live to tell the tale. The thing is, Pamela, well, me and Molly were thinking of building a granny flat for the ma. And we were hoping that Toby would draw up the plans for it. Now, no skimping. Ma never had much. And, well, now she's in her twilight years, we want to do something special for her.
Twilight years. I am thinking of the right person, the bleach blonde with the tiger skin jeans.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you met Marlene. Yeah.
Yes. Eddie, I don't quite know how to put this. I mean, everyone's parents are dear to them in their own way. But, I never quite imagined your mother here.
Well, she might brighten up the place.
Yes.
Why, I think it's a splendid idea, and it's quite the fashion.
Look, Eddie, why don't you leave this to me? Toby's bound to drop by. Let me see if I can't persuade him to take care of this.
Are you sure? I wouldn't like you don't have any trouble.
Oh, no, I'm quite sure, Eddie. It's no trouble at all.
Granny flat. I think me ma would prefer a penthouse. Oh, don't look now. Here comes trouble.
Oh, Jesus. Listen, not a word about the granny flat, all right?
Oh, Bardler, how's it going? We didn't see you there.
How are you, Bardler? I thought you were away.
Well, I'm back.
So, how's the crack?
Eddie's thinking of building me ma granny flat.
Willie!
I just slipped out, Eddie. Well, Eddie Cow, you're full of surprises. A mammy's boy, what?
Yeah. No.
I admire a man who looks after his mother.
Do you?
He does. He just said he does. The thing about it is, mothers. All mothers deserve to be treated with respect. Now, you take my ma, for instance, she gets the first cut no matter what. Anto, over here.
How are you, Anto? Having a point?
Oh, yeah, I could certainly do with one. That woman would drive a saint around the bend.
And who would this be?
Oh, it's my mother-in-law.
I see.
Yeah, she's a perfectly dreadful woman. Absolutely dreadful.
That's what you think, is it?
Don't provoke him, Anto. Take it easy. That's just Anto's idea of a joke, Bardler.
Provoke? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
You were saying about your wife's mother.
Oh, yeah. They don't make them like her anymore. Thrown away the mould, thanks be to God. Is anything the matter? I mean, should I go out and come in again, huh?
You see that?
Yeah, it's not nice.
Yeah. Well, that's from me ma.
Oh.
A mother's love is a blessing. And what's a mother-in-law? Only someone else's mother. Now, you remember that, all right? Or you'll have Bardler to deal with. Good night, lads.
Don't get up. I can manage perfectly well on my own. Pamela. Pamela, there's something you should know. I've left your father.
Left Daddy? Where?
I'm no longer prepared to be part of his menagerie. He thinks more of his wretched dogs and horses than he thinks of me.
But you've always been married. I mean, he's my father. What are you going to do?
Well, I was hoping I could stay on here.
Yeah. Oh, well, of course. Yes, of course. Until you get yourself sorted out. But you must promise me that you will make an effort to get along with Anthony.
I have never made it my business to get on with anyone.
I came in the back way. Did I come at a bad time?
Yes.
No. Molly, you haven't met my mother. This is Molly, Eddie's wife.
Yes, she would be.
Nice to meet you.
Such vivid colors. You must tell me where you shop, dear. I'd hate to stroll in there by accident.
Excuse me?
Molly, can I get you something? A drink, maybe?
Some caustic soda, if you have any.
Oh, is that wise?
It's for the sink.
Of course it is, dear.
Something's lodged, and I can't shift it.
Yeah, I think I know the feeling.
I don't think you need have any fear on that score, darling.
She's hurting, Anthony.
Yes, it does sound rather painful now that you mention it.
Brace yourself, Anthony. I have some rather shocking news. Mummy's left Daddy.
She's left him. It is a bit of a shock.
Yeah, she told me while you were in the pub. Apparently he spends more time with the dog than he does with Mummy.
That's hard to credit, isn't it?
And before you say anything more, I've told her that she can stay here for the time being anyway. I mean, she almost cried, Anthony. She really is upset.
So am I. I mean, for your mother. But, well, as long as it's only temporary and she doesn't get any ideas about a granny flat. Granny flat? Yes.
I hope you're not comparing my mother to Marlene Coe, because Mummy is far more independent. Besides, once I've had a word with Toby, that is the last we will hear about Marlene Coe and her granny flat.
Yes, if anybody can mess things up, Toby can.
She left him. Animal husbandry, is it?
So Pamela says.
I thought that was illegal. He ought to be ashamed of himself.
Pam says he thinks more of his animals than he does of Annabella.
What's she like, anyway?
Let me see. Well, you know Pam.
No, say no more. She must be a right one.
I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for both of them, really. They're really awkward with each other. I mean, my man and me, we're like buddies. We kind of do things together.
Oh, you're right. She didn't often see us together, putting out the bins of a Monday morning.
We could talk to each other.
Don't I know? I remember the time she says to me, Bernadette, she says. Do you remember she always used to call me that? Bernadette, she says, you take care now. Another inch off of that mini skirt and you'll have to beat the lads off with a stick.
She was always watching out for people, giving them a push in the right
Oh,
direction.
the best advice I ever got, Molly. Took 6 inches off the next morning.
Now, Toby, come and meet Mother. She needs a little cheering up.
Now, Pamela, you've lured me here under false pretenses. I distinctly heard you say that your mother was visiting.
Oh, you naughty man. You old charmer. Toby O'Driscoll, my mother, Annabella Plunkett.
At your service. Annabella, like a mother, like a daughter. I see a beauty runs in the family.
And what runs in your family? Blarney?
Touché, madame.
Oh! You'd want to be careful there, Toby. Those shorts look rather tight, and we don't want you fighting the horses now, do we?
Pay no attention to the soft man, Mr. O'Driscoll.
Please, Toby.
Toby. And what does Toby get up to when he's not impressing the ladies?
Well, I like to keep in shape, unlike certain others I could mention.
You strike me as a racing man. You know, someone prepared to take a gamble.
Well, I do have the occasional flutter, especially if the filly looks promising.
You know, I think the mature mare has more stamina for the long course. What do you think?
Well, I hear it all depends on who's in the saddle.
Darling, wasn't there something you wanted to say to the little jockey? Oh, I mean Toby.
Oh, yes. Toby, could I have a word with you in private?
How is all?
Oh, hi, Eddie.
I came round the back. Toby, the very man. Listen, Pamela was going to put a word in for me, but I thought I might as well ask you myself.
Well, ask away, Eddie, me old buddy, me old flower, ask away.
Right. Well, the thing is, myself and Molly are thinking of building a granny flat. And we'd like you to design it. You know, give it the works.
Well, now, me old Segotia, it's not as easy as all that. I mean, you can't be throwing up any old building, especially in a neighbourhood like Belvedere Downs. I mean, there's acres of red tape, and besides, granny flats aren't exactly my line of work.
Is that a polite way of saying no?
Well, for anyone else, but for you, it's okay, Eddie. Yes. Neighbours is neighbours, what?
But Toby, I mean, what about planning regulations? There are all sorts of
Now,
problems.
never mind, Pamela. As long as Toby O'Driscoll is involved. Now, you have my word in this, Eddie, as an officer and a gentleman. I happen to have some friends in high places.
Don't we all, Toby? Don't we all? Listen, thanks for that. I'll go and give Molly the good news. See ya.
I'm right behind you, Eddie.
Well, Pamela, that's my good deed for the day.
Janie tells me, thought you were Eddie home for his grub.
Yeah. Ooh, just the thing for the working man, huh? A nice bit of rump.
I'd put that down if I were you, Tobes. We don't want you turning into a mad cow, do we?
I just popped over with the plans.
Oh, Eddie's like a kid with a new toy. Can't wait to tell his ma. He's over there now.
Well, I have to warn you, Mollo. It's a rather expensive toy. We could be talking £100,000.
£100,000? Jeannie, it is the bleeding Taj Mahal.
Oh.
I was going to cook that. She didn't like the idea then.
She went bleeding ballistic. Who are you calling her granny, she said, and then whap!
So do I take it, Eddie, you won't be going ahead with the plan?
To tell you the truth, Toby, I'm relieved.
You're not the only one, Mollo. You're not the only one.
Hi, how are you? How's it going? Are you well?
You know, the funny thing is I seem to have that effect on a lot of people.
I can't think why. Anyway, lovely evening, isn't it?
How's the mother-in-law? Getting on better?
Oh, I wish I could say she was. Oh, it's nothing to do with me. No, nothing at all. No. It's Annabella's husband, yes. She's leaving him. Apparently he behaves like a brute. We'll never get rid of her. I mean, she refuses to go home while he's there.
Perfect. Well, I could have someone take care of him for you.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but he's a bit of a loner, actually.
Well, so that's all the better. You just say the word now and your problems are over, Anto. House cleaning. Do you get it?
I'm afraid I'm beginning to.
Oh, what do you say?
Well, now, don't take this personally, Barola, but, and thank you very much for your kind offer, but, well, actually, I'm quite fond of the old chap, you know, and, well, anyway, I have to go. See you again.
You know what it is? Some people believe that.
No, you can't put the caustic soda in the cat's milk.
Amma!
Hey, answer that. Clear that up. Oh, nice child is your mother in the kitchen.
Oh, God. I'm starting to see double.
They're twins. Go up now to your brother.
I think perhaps I should have a little drink.
At this hour.
Be an angel.
Well, I have a drop of wine left over from last night. There you go.
Oh, thanks.
I didn't like it either. Eddie's mother brought it. I think she just liked the name. Ox's blood.
I could think of a lot of other names to call it. Still, I suppose I could hardly expect Eddie's mother to bring anything better.
Now listen here. Eddie's mother mightn't know our wines, but she doesn't go around insulting people and cadging drink at this hour of the day. Oh, God. I'm sorry for losing the rag. Pam told me about your troubles.
She did. You see, Molly, women of my generation We thought marriage was forever.
You could go back to him.
I've tried everything. The only thing he cares about are his blasted animals.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Well, I was hoping to stay on here. The granny flat gave me the idea.
Well, you're welcome to our plans if you want them.
Thanks, Molly, but it's just that...
I see. You want me to talk to Pamela, don't you?
Would you, Molly?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks. Thank you.
And Mummy was actually crying.
She was bawling her eyes out.
The only time I remember her crying was when I got chickenpox and she had to cancel going to the races. Yeah. But Daddy went, of course, but then animals always came first with him.
Well, apparently they come first, second, and third now. Now, Pam, I can't wait around here. I'll leave the plans with you and think over what I said to you and discuss it with Anton.
I'm home, darling.
Speak of the devil.
Oh,
How are you, Anto?
Molly, how
I've
are
got
you?
to leave, Anto.
Oh.
Now, she's got no lunch for you. I kept her talking. But maybe you'd be better off hearing the news on an empty stomach.
What on earth is going on, Pamela? And what are you doing with these? Are these Eddie's and Molly's plans?
Yes, but Marlene wasn't interested.
Oh, I thought she might liven things up a bit.
Yeah. Anthony, people live in Belvedere Downs to get away from all of that. Anyway, it looks like we've inherited it.
Marlene?
No, the plans.
Your mother.
Well, I can hardly throw her out in the street.
But we can't afford
No,
this.
don't be silly. Now, that was just Toby's idea to put off the clothes, bump up the price.
Couldn't you just go home?
Over Daddy's dead body, those were her exact words. I've never seen her so determined. Anthony? Anthony, where are you going?
No,
What's
no,
that
no,
for
no,
lunch?
no. I've just remembered a very important business appointment. I'll see you for dinner.
Look, of course you can stay. I'm not saying that. It's just, what if things don't work out? What if you go mad after a couple of weeks?
Oh, I get the picture. You stay on here in the lap of luxury with your sock manufacture, while your own mother lives like a bag lady.
Oh, Mummy, don't exaggerate. I mean, your place is with Daddy. Now, why don't you just go and see him one more time? Anthony, perhaps you can persuade Mummy.
The lady is not for persuading.
Perhaps we won't have to. Well, did you manage it?
Butler never fails.
Well done.
Anthony, would you mind closing the door? There's a terrible draft.
Evening.
Anthony, what's he doing here?
You must be,
Annabella.
Annabella. Anthony's told me all about you.
Who is this person?
I've a little surprise for you.
Annabella! Annabella, won't you please come back to me? I found new homes for all the animals.
Oh. You've done that for me? Oh, darling. Oh. Anthony.
I know.
No. How can I ever repay you?
Oh, I'm sure we can think of something.
Dear old inner city Dublin, the town I love so dear. But we're after winning 2 million quid, so we're off to Belvedere. Yes, it's goodbye to old J. Arthur, and it's bonjour to fine Chablis. I am leaving my heart at the Halfpenny Bridge. Now it's Belvedere for me. Yes, it's goodbye to old J. Arthur, and it's bonjour to hey,